Special thanks to Patreon supporter Trenchfighter8 for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, ZPro here, and welcome back to another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Douglas A-20C Havoc. The Douglas A-20 Havoc was an American medium bomber, attack aircraft, night intruder, night fighter, and reconnaissance aircraft of World War II. It served with several Allied air forces, principally the United States Army Air Forces, the Soviet Air Forces, the Soviet Naval Aviation, and the Royal Air Force of the United Kingdom. A total of 7,470 aircraft were built, of which more than a third served with the Soviet Unions. In particular, the unit you see in front of you is the A-20C. The A-20C was an attempt to develop a standard international version of the DB-7 A-20/Boston. Produced from 1941, it reverted to the slanting nose glass, and it had RF 2623 engines, self-sealing fuel tanks, and an additional protective armor. These were equipped to carry a external 2,000-pound aerial torpedo. A total of 948 were built for Britain and the Soviet Union, but many were retained by the U.S. Army Air Forces after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The Soviet A-20s were often outfitted with turrets of indigenous design. So this right here is a Soviet version of the A-20C. One of the main differences really with it is it has the standard domestic UTK air defense turret, which is located on the top midsection of the fuselage. Overall, it's a really nice aircraft and a really nice A-20 model for sure, and can be outfitted with different loadouts and stuff like that if you guys choose to do so. The one we have in front of us is not equipped with any bombs or anything like that. It's just a pretty standard A-20, but obviously you can add little bombs and stuff like that on if you really want to. So overall, really interesting aircraft, and will be a fun build. We don't have very many Soviet aircraft, so a fun little addition to our Soviet lineup, and the Soviets did operate quite a bit of A-20s, so definitely a good aircraft for them to have. But anyways, going ahead and kind of talking about this a little bit more, I want to go and give a special thanks to Patreon supporter Trenchfighter8 for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more than you guys already do, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is down in the description, where you can go ahead and pledge a small amount to the channel every month and earn a vehicle request of your choosing. It's a cool thing to help me out with the channel, and personally help me out, and you also earn a vehicle request for yourself. So definitely feel free to check it out if you're interested. But other than that, let's go ahead and take a look at this build and see exactly where we're going ahead and building in this tutorial. So starting off with, obviously we have the aircraft right here in front of us. The fuselage here, it's pretty standard of an A-20. It does have the glass nose cockpit up here in front. We have the cockpit here for the pilot. I can't remember not if it had a co-pilot. I think it was just one pilot up there in the front. Continuing on back, we have the UTK, which is kind of the Soviet indigenous turret design up on the back here, which was pretty standard for the Soviets to do, was to swap out the American-made turrets for their own versions of turrets. And then you have just the back here, nothing too special with that. Horizontal, vertical stabilizer, and a little bit of Soviet markings and coloring and all that fun stuff around it. We then have the wings here. Again, pretty straightforward, nothing fancy. We have two engines, one on each wing, and overall pretty nice design. There are also a location here with a total of 450 cals, basically two on each side, giving it some attack abilities, both for air targets and also ground targets, make it a little bit more well versed. And overall, really nice looking aircraft. I'm overall really happy the way it came out, and hopefully you guys are as well, and are able to enjoy it, put to good use on your worlds and all that fun stuff, and have a cool A-20 design. We also do have the landed version in this tutorial as well, so if you do want to have it landed, you'll have that option here. As you can see, landed version, pretty straightforward, just has the landing gear put on it. So pretty straightforward there, nothing real crazy going on with that. But anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer number 1. Alright guys, so going ahead and starting with our first layer, we'll be going ahead and beginning with layer number 1. Now, before we go ahead and dive right into the layer, I want to go ahead and real quickly explain a few things that will help you guys in the course of the tutorial. First off, if you are planning to build this aircraft landed, you will need to make sure that you restart layer 1 at a certain height off the ground to make sure that this aircraft sits right. If you're completely new to my tutorials, the way these are structured is we build the aircraft as if it's flying, and then we add the landing gear on as a modification at the end of the tutorial. So if you are wanting to build the landed version, make sure that you have the correct height off the ground. As you can see, we have layer 1 right here. This is the lowest point of the build, excluding the little bits of propeller that stick down. But basically what we want to make sure we have happen here is 2.5 blocks of space. You can see these are top slabs here of quartz. We want to make sure we have 2.5 blocks of space in between the ground. Black wool here representing the ground, and this magenta wool is just representing space that we need in between basically this top slab here and the ground. So very important to make sure that is correct. If you start this layer too high or too low, obviously your aircraft is not going to sit properly when you want to have this thing landed. With that out of the way, one thing I also want to cover is if you're completely new to my aircraft tutorials, the way I like to structure these tutorials is I like to do half on camera, half off. What this means is I'll be building the whole center line and right side of the aircraft, and it'll be up to you guys in between layers to go ahead and flip over the design. It's really straightforward. Once we do the first few layers, it'll kind of start to make a little more sense, and overall it's real simple. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Now, the best thing for us to go ahead and start off with doing here is to go ahead and get our center line established. So for this, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down an iron trapdoor, and we want to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 quartz top slabs like this. And you can see I'm using what should be smooth quartz. Let me go ahead and grab that real quick. I definitely recommend using smooth quartz. It has a better kind of texture over it and looks a little bit more smoother. So again, we're going to have a row of 15 here of smooth quartz going across here for the base of the aircraft. So we have the iron trapdoor on the front, the row of 15, and then we're going to have an iron trapdoor on the end here like that. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go to the side here. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor like this coming off the second quartz top slab from the front. So whatever direction you want your aircraft facing, we're going to have it facing that direction that way. So we're going to place down this iron trapdoor next to the second block like that. After that's done, we're going to go and take our smooth quartz, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks back, and then we're going to place down 1 and 2 iron trapdoors. You're just going to go take this same design now and flip it over to the other side here. So as you can see, it really isn't too difficult. I'm just going to be swapping out these quartz slabs here for the smooth quartz. As you can see, it kind of has a more kind of cleaner look to it rather than these little lines and stuff like that, which kind of messed it up a little bit. So that's what we're doing here, just swap those out. Now we do have the bases of the engine, which we need to go ahead and extend out to the side. So for this, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to the second quartz top slab in this row right here. We're going to go and count 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks out to the side. So same thing over here, to the second quartz top slab from the rear, count out 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks out to the side. We're going to go and place down an iron trapdoor like this, followed by a second one, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 quartz top slabs forward, and then an iron trapdoor on the end there. We're going to go ahead and go to the last 3 quartz top slabs from the front, and we're going to place down 3 iron trapdoors on both sides. Just like that, we can go ahead and delete our wool, and we're going to have the engine design over on the air side as well. So for layer 1, we should get something that looks just like this from up above. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward, and we have both our engines set up and the bottom of our fuselage. That right there will do it for layer number 1. Let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we'll be going ahead and move on to layer number 2. For layer 2 to go ahead and get started with, we'll be going ahead and going to the nose of our aircraft and building up from what we built in the previous layer. To begin with, we're going to place down a light gray stained glass block on top of this iron trapdoor on the front here, followed by a second light gray stained glass block going forward. We're then going to place down a smooth quartz top slab coming off this light gray stained glass block toward the front, so you should have a nose piece that looks something like this up in the front here. Once that's done, going back from this light gray stained glass block here, we're going to place down a second one on top of this quartz top slab, followed by a black piece of concrete like this to kind of close off the front here from the rest of the aircraft. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 green terracotta blocks back, followed by 2 smooth quartz full blocks, like so, followed by 2 smooth quartz top slabs, and then an iron trapdoor like that on the end there. Going back up to the front, we're going to go and start working our ways out to the side. We're going to place down a smooth quartz upside down stair on both sides of this first light gray stained glass block. We then want to place down a dark oak wood upside down stair, followed by a dark oak wood upside down corner stair coming off of it. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 green terracotta blocks back, followed by a quartz upside down stair. And then coming off this quartz upside down stair, we're going to place down a second upside down smooth quartz upside down stair like that coming off of it, and then a quartz top slab like so. And this should be a smooth quartz stair, which it doesn't seem to be, so let me go ahead and just swap this stair out real quick. There we go, that looks better. And same thing over here. Yeah, that looks better. And then we want to go ahead and just take an iron trapdoor, and we're going to place down one more iron trapdoor that goes back like that. And that right there will finish that off for our kind of main structure there for the fuselage. We do have the guns we're going to go ahead and add on. So for this, we're going to go ahead and go to this green terracotta block right after this dark oak wood corner stair. We're going to place down 3 mossy cobblestone walls going back, zombie head on the side here, and then we want to place down a dark oak wood defense gate opened up, coming off this mossy cobblestone wall like that on both sides there for what would be our 50 caliber machine guns on the sides of the fuselage. With that all finished there, we're going to go ahead and go to this section here. We're going to go and place down 3 green terracotta blocks on these 3 iron trapdoors on the sides there. In the space in the middle here, we're going to place down a row of 3, so basically we have a 3x3 square here of green terracotta. Going toward the front, we're going to place down a green terracotta block, and then we want to go ahead and place down a black concrete block here, like that toward the front. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then take our quartz. We're going to place down an upside down quartz stair coming off these green terracotta blocks like this, followed by a second upside down stair. So you have these stairs right here that are corner stairs, and then a regular stair like that on both sides. We're going to place down one more additional stair going forward, and that iron trapdoor coming off that one right there. And on top of that iron trap, or sorry, my bad, not an iron trapdoor coming off that one, we're going to delete that, and actually in between these quartz stairs, we're going to place down a quartz slab, like so. And that right there will do it for the front of the engine. Working our way toward the back here, we're going to place down a green terracotta block like this in the middle here, followed by a quartz upside down stair to both sides of that block. We then want to place down a quartz, smooth quartz block right there in the middle, followed by a smooth quartz top slab to both sides. Once that's done, we're going to place down a smooth quartz upside down stair, come off that quartz block right there, quartz top slab, and then we want to go ahead and place down a iron trapdoor, come off that quartz top slab like that to go ahead and finish that off. Looking at it from above, we should have something that looks just like this. You have your engines here, both sides, and all that stuff good to go. And right there, that will complete layer 2. Here's a good overview of what it should look like so far. Pretty straightforward. And with that, that will finish layer 2. Let's go ahead and move into layer number 3. Alright guys, going ahead and moving on to our next layer. We'll be going ahead and moving on to layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we'll be going ahead and going to the front of our nose of our aircraft here. We're going to place down a light gray stained glass block on top of this quartz top slab. Coming off that light gray stained glass block, we're going to place down a light gray stained glass pane. And going back from this light gray stained glass full block, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 blocks. So in total you have a row of 4 here of light gray stained glass full blocks. We then want to place down a black concrete block, and then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 green terracotta blocks back, followed by a smooth quartz full block, a smooth quartz upside down stair, and a smooth quartz top slab, followed by an iron trapdoor there in the very end there. With that done, we're going to go ahead and start working our way out to the sides. To begin with, we're going to go ahead and place down a light gray stained glass pane coming off this first light gray stained glass block, followed by a light gray stained glass block going back from that light gray stained glass pane. We then want to place down a dark oak wood slab, followed by a dark oak wood sign on the side of it. And then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 green terracotta blocks back. We then want to place down a smooth quartz upside down stair, followed by a smooth quartz top slab. And then right after that, we're going to have ourselves a iron trapdoor like that to go ahead and finish off the back there. With that all done, we're going to go ahead and go to the sides here. We're going to count there to our green terracotta blocks. We're going to go and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back to our 7th green terracotta block. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor, followed by 1, 2, 3, and 4 smooth quartz top slabs. We then want to place down a spruce wood top slab on the end there. We're going to go ahead and repeat this pattern a total of 2 more times. So iron trapdoor, 4 quartz top slabs back, and a spruce wood top slab. Again, iron trapdoor, 4 spruce wood top slabs, and a spruce wood slab. Sorry, 4 quartz top slabs. I think I might have said spruce wood, so my bad on that one. Anyways, once that's all finished there, we want to go ahead and then grab our green terracotta. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green terracotta blocks along the side there. And then with that all done there, we're going to go ahead and place down a second row of 6 and then a third row of 6 like this going out to the side. Now at this point right here, we're going to go ahead and start building our engine going toward the front. We're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall on both sides here, followed by a polished andesite block here in the middle. Coming off those mossy cobblestone walls to both ends, we're going to place down a zombie head just like that to the sides there. We then want to go ahead and place down a stone brick wall coming off this polished andesite block, and we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor that's going to be opened up like that to the sides, and we're also going to place down a wooden trapdoor coming off the one right here and have that to both sides as well, just like that. We then want to place down another polished andesite block coming off this one, and then we're going to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull coming off the polished andesite block tip there to go ahead and make the front just like that. Once that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and go toward the back, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3 green terracotta blocks back, and we then want to go ahead and place down a zombie head on the end here, followed by a row of 1 and 2 mossy cobblestone walls and 1 and 2 mossy cobblestone walls on both sides there of the engine. And you should have your engine which looks something like this from up above. With that done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some iron trapdoors. We want to go ahead and go to this green terracotta block here. We're going to place down one iron trapdoor, go one block forward, place down an iron trapdoor, followed by 2 more out, so you have a row of 3, just like that out to both sides. And looking at it from above, we should have something that looks just like this for layer number 3. As you can see, you're starting to get a little bit more shape for the aircraft going on. These engines are getting there, almost complete. And with that, that's going to finish layer number 3. Let's go ahead and move into our next layer. Layer number 4. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer number 4, we're going to go ahead and continue building up the fuselage and actually start to get into the main portion of our wings. So once we knock this section of the wings out, we're pretty much almost there for them. Just got a little bit more to add on to them, but this can be kind of like the main part of building them, which is going to be this layer here. Anyways, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and go to the front. We're going to place down an air brick slab on top of this light gray stained glass pane right there in the front, and then we want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 light gray stained glass full blocks down the middle. We're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 4 of black concrete. This is going to close off the front nose here from the rest of the plane, and it's also going to close off the cockpit, which we'll be building in the next few layers. After that's done, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 green terracotta blocks back, a smooth quartz block, followed by a smooth quartz upside down stair, and a smooth quartz top slab, and then an iron trapdoor on the end there. With that done, going back up to the front and working our way out to the sides, we're going to go ahead and place down a zombie head at about a 45-degree angle on this light gray stained glass pane right there. We then want to place down 2 light gray stained glass full blocks going back from the zombie head, and we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood signs along the sides of those 2 light gray stained glass full blocks. We then want to place down a dark oak wood stair like this to the side, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 light gray stained glass blocks. We're then going to go ahead and place down 2 red concrete blocks, followed by 1, 2, and 3 green terracotta blocks, a dark oak wood upside down stair, and an iron trapdoor there on the very end, like so. Going ahead and now focusing our attention to our wings. Our wings here, we're going to go ahead and continue to take out. Also, one thing from the previous layer that looks like I forgot was to place down a dark oak wood button on the side of this light gray stained glass full block. So just go ahead and throw that on, and once you do, you're good to go there for the nose. But anyways, going ahead and focus our attention to the wings now. We're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood stairs on top of those 3 iron trapdoors. Going ahead and going back from the first stair, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3 green terracotta blocks back, followed by a dark oak wood slab like that after it. We're going to go and repeat that row one more time, so 3 green terracotta blocks, dark oak wood slab. We then want to place down 2 green terracotta blocks, followed by a dark oak wood stair, and then a dark oak wood slab. So a bit different there. When we get to this section, we're going to go ahead and get into the engine here. So for this, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair on top of this dark oak wood trapdoor, followed by a dark oak wood stair on top of that mossy cobblestone wall. After that, we're going to go ahead and take our green terracotta, go back 1, 2, 3 blocks, followed by a dark oak wood stair, and a dark oak wood slab coming off that stair like so. And we also want to place down one more slab coming off it, so you have 2 slabs coming off that dark oak wood stair. With that done, going back up to the front here, coming off the back of this dark oak wood stair, we're going to place down a dark oak wood top slab, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 green terracotta blocks back, and then 1 and 2 dark oak wood slabs going back after that. With that done, going ahead and going to the side up here, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair on top of this dark oak wood trapdoor right there, followed by a second dark oak wood stair back. We're going to take our green terracotta, and we want to go ahead and go back 1, 2, and 3 blocks. We're then going to place down a dark oak wood stair, and then we're going to go ahead and place down 2 more dark oak wood slabs going back just like that. When that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and transition now to our wings. So for our wings here, to get started, we're going to go ahead and place down a quartz, was going to be a quartz full block, coming off this green terracotta block right here, and make sure it is a smooth quartz block as well. We're going to go ahead and place down an additional 2 more blocks back, after of which we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood slab, and then a spruce wood slab coming off that dark oak wood stair. When that's all done there, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some smooth quartz stairs. We're going to go ahead and place down a smooth quartz stair, come off this smooth quartz block like that. Actually, sorry, my bad, it's going to be facing this direction with a smooth quartz block directly behind that stair. And then directly behind that, we want to go ahead and place down a second smooth quartz block. So just like that, going back like so. And then we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair and a dark oak wood slab, continuing that pattern. Now, once that's done there, we're going to go ahead and go to the side here. We're going to place down a smooth quartz top slab, followed by a second smooth quartz top slab, and then a upside down quartz stair just like that. And double check here, let me make sure that's correct, and it does look correct. Actually, one thing here, we're going to go ahead and adjust this quartz top slab here to a quartz upside down stair. Create a little bit of a smoother look there on the bottom. And that's what we're going to go ahead and do there. Then behind this, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair, and then a dark oak wood slab, or sorry, a spruce wood slab coming off that stair. When that's finished there, we're going to go ahead and place down a spruce wood upside down stair coming off this dark oak wood stair here, followed by 1 and 2, and actually 3 smooth quartz top slabs going forward. After that's done there, we're going to go ahead and grab our iron trapdoors. We're also going to need to grab our brick top slabs. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor coming off this quartz top slab here, followed by a row of 1 and 2 of brick top slabs, and then a spruce wood slab like that on the end there. When that's done there, coming off this iron trapdoor in the front here, we're going to place down a second iron trapdoor to the side, skip a space, and then place down a brick top slab, followed by a spruce top slab like that going back. We then want to take our iron trapdoors, we're going to place down 1 coming off this one to the side, 1 back, and we want to go ahead and do the same thing. So 2 iron trapdoors coming off this right here, and then we want to place down a row of 3 out to the side. So 1, 2, and 3. Just like that out to the side there for your wings, so it should look something like this from up above. And here's an overview of what this layer should look like complete. And with that, that's it for layer number 4. With that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 5. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be going ahead and going to the nose up here in the front, and we're going to go ahead and basically build back from this. To begin with, we're going to be placing down a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of the second light gray stained glass block, and we also want to place down a dark oak wood button on top of the light gray stained glass block up here in the front. Once that's done, we're going to place down another brick slab back, followed by a dark oak wood slab. We then want to place down a row of 4 of light gray stained glass full blocks, a black concrete block, and then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 green terracotta blocks back, and a dark oak wood stair on top of this iron trapdoor on the very end there, like so. With that done, going back up to the cockpit up here, or actually sorry, to the nose up here, we're going to go and take some dark oak wood buttons. We're going to place down 1 and 2 dark oak wood buttons like that on top of those light gray stained glass blocks, and we then want to place down a green carpet on top of this dark oak wood stair like that. We then want to place down a light gray stained glass block like that, coming off the front there in the front, followed by 1, 2, and 3 light gray stained glass full blocks like that, going back from the light gray stained glass pane. We're going to go and place down a dark oak wood button on the first and third light gray stained glass block from the front there. We're going to go ahead and then take our green terracotta, place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're going to then place down a mossy cobblestone wall, followed by a green terracotta block, and on the side of this green terracotta block, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign, and then another mossy cobblestone wall right after it. Once that's done, we're going to take our dark oak wood slab or stairs, place down 1 and 2, followed by 1 and 2 brick stairs, and then 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood stairs like that. After that, we're just going to place down 3 mossy cobblestone walls like that going toward the back there. Once that's all done there, on the back, we're going to go ahead and focus our tail. We're going to go ahead and go to this dark oak wood stair here. We're going to place down 2 iron trap doors to the side there, and we want to go ahead and go to the mossy cobblestone wall and place down 3 iron trap doors out to the side like that for your horizontal stabilizers, or basically the start of them. With that done, working on the wings here, we're going to start off by going ahead and taking our green carpet. We're going to place down basically 2 rows of 4 like this going across here. So just like that. After we get to this point here, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood slab here, and then a dark oak wood stair that's going to be going forward for the engines here. So just like this. And then when we get to this point here, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood top slab coming off the stair. To both sides of it, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor and have it facing downwards like that. And then we want to go ahead and place down an item frame coming off the top slab there on the front, and we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a black stained glass pane and place it down just like that for these little intakes here for the engine. And we're going to go and do the same thing over here on this one, because this one did disappear when I copied the design over. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then take our green carpet. We're going to place down 1 and 2 green carpets going forward, and we want to go ahead and go to the back here. We're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor and then 2 green carpets going back. And also, just so I don't forget to do it, we're just going to place down a green carpet on top of this dark oak wood stair on both sides there, just in case I forget to do that in the next layer. Anyways, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and cover these 4 quartz blocks, or basically this 3x4 section of quartz, up with a 3x4 section of green carpet. And we also want to place down green carpet on these 2 green terracotta blocks, just to kind of keep the color a little bit more consistent from up above. Once that's finished there, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some dark oak wood slabs, some brick slabs, some red carpet, spruce wood slabs, and we should be good to go. Now, for this, we want to go ahead and start off by going ahead and placing down a dark oak wood slab on top of this one right here, followed by 2 brick slabs that go back like that. Or actually, my bad, 1 brick slab like this, and then a red carpet. We're going to place down there a dark oak wood slab on top of that iron trapdoor, followed by 2 brick slabs back this time. After that's done, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood slabs, a spruce wood slab, followed by again 2 dark oak wood slabs, and a spruce wood slab. We then want to place down a dark oak wood slab, a spruce wood slab, dark oak wood slab, spruce wood slab, and dark oak wood slab, spruce wood slab. Just like that. And once you have that done, that should complete your wings like that. And looking at it from above, we should have a design that looks something like this from up above here, with our right and left wing complete for the build. Anyways, that right there is going to complete layer number 5. With that, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer number 6. Alright guys, going ahead and moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 6. For layer 6 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be going ahead and going to the front up here. And on top of the second light gray stained glass block back right here, we're going to place down a light gray stained glass block on top of it, followed by 1 and 2 more blocks back, just like that, to create a row of 3. We then want to take our green terracotta. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green terracotta blocks back. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of light gray stained glass full blocks. And we can actually go ahead and go underneath these full blocks, and while we're at it, we can go ahead and just take some black concrete and replace the green terracotta blocks underneath these blocks right here with what would be black concrete, just to close that area off, and then we can place down our 3 light gray stained glass full blocks. We're then going to place down an anvil, followed by 2 end rods coming off the anvil, a dark oak wood slab, dark oak wood trapdoor, dark oak wood slab, dark oak wood stair, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 green terracotta blocks back. Going ahead and going back up to the cockpit, we're going to go ahead and work our way out to the sides. Now we're going to place down a zombie head here at a 45-degree angle to the side, and we then want to go and place down 1 and 2 light gray stained glass panes going back from it. After that, we're going to go and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 dark oak wood stairs back, followed by a light gray stained glass pane, and then a dark oak wood up down stair like this, and then a light gray stained glass full block directly after the dark oak wood up down stair. Also to the side of this light gray stained glass full block, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign, and then we want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood up down stair, come off that light gray stained glass full block on the opposite side like that. Once that's done, going ahead and working our way toward the back here, we're going to go ahead and get into our horizontal stabilizers. So for these, real simple, we're going to go ahead and go to the second green terracotta block from that dark oak wood stair, and we're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood slabs out to the side. Once that's done, we're going to go back, place down another row of 3 of dark oak wood slabs out to the side. However, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood slab like that out to the side there. And we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some smooth quartz. And coming off the back of the stair here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of smooth quartz top slabs. So just like that, going back. Once that's done, for our next row here, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of spruce wood slabs. We're going to go ahead and then place down a spruce wood stair next to this dark oak wood stair. And we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 spruce wood top slabs. Then, coming off this last green terracotta block here, we're going to place down 3 spruce wood slabs out to the side, like so there, and you have your horizontal stabilizers set up there, and almost done. We can go ahead and actually just finish them off by taking some green carpet, and on top of these quartz top slabs is placing down 3 green carpets like that to go ahead and finish them off so that they're all good to go and complete. With that all finished there's nothing else left for us to do for this layer. That's all we have for layer number 6. And as you can see, the aircraft is really starting to take shape and really starting to look like a Havoc. Anyways, that's it for layer 6. Let's go ahead and move into layer number 7. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into layer 7. Layer 7 is pretty simple and going to be the last layer we do before we go ahead and just do a bunch of layers to go ahead and just finish off the build with the tail. But anyways, for layer 7 to get started with, we're going to be going ahead and doing this whole layer all together, no half on, no half off, just because it's a pretty simple layer. To begin with, we're going to go and take our dark oak wood buttons. We're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood buttons on these 3 light gray stained glass full blocks there in the front. We then want to go ahead and skip 2 spaces and then place down a dark oak wood fence post on top of this light gray, or this light green, or this green terracotta block. And then right after it, we're going to place down a zombie head like this going back. Once that's finished, we're going to go ahead and focus our attention now to our turret here. We're going to place down a light gray stained glass block in the middle, followed by a light gray stained glass pane coming around on both sides coming off of it. And then in the corner spaces here, we're going to go ahead and take some zombie heads and about at 45-degree angles. We're going to place down zombie heads on these dark oak wood stairs. So you have something that looks just like that for this rear turret. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a quartz full block on top of this light gray stained glass, or this green terracotta block. And we're going to go ahead and then place down a second quartz block going back from it. And actually make sure that it is smooth quartz that we're using. So we're going to swap these out here for smooth quartz. And then we want to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta going back, stone button on both sides of this first green terracotta block right after the 2 quartz full blocks. And once you have that all complete, that is going to wrap up layer 7 for the build. With that, we're going to move into our final layers, which is going to be layers 8, 9, 10, and 11. We're going to put the top of the tail on, the top details for the turret, and also do our rigging here, basically the cables that run upward. Anyways, that right there is going to wrap up this layer. Let's go ahead and move into layers 8 through 11. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our last final layers, we have layers 8 through 11. To go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and focus our attention to this turret here. We're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of it, followed by a zombie head coming off of it like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood fence post going up from this one right there up there in the front. After that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and place down a diorite wall on top of this quartz full block, followed by a smooth quartz block right behind it, a green terracotta block, followed by a second green terracotta block, and then we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall like that on the end there. We then want to go ahead and grab a stone button on both sides of this green terracotta block here. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone button like that on both sides. Going ahead and going up a layer, we're going to place down a diorite wall again up here in the front, followed by a red concrete block directly behind it, a row of 2 green terracotta blocks across right here, and the stone button on both sides of this green terracotta block right there, and then a mossy cobblestone wall on the back there. With that done, we're going to place down a quartz block on top of this red concrete block, followed by 1 and 2 green terracotta blocks, and then a mossy cobblestone, or sorry, my bad, not a mossy cobblestone, we're going to leave that blank there. Then on the very top here, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves a smooth quartz stair. We're going to place down a smooth quartz stair on the top here, green terracotta block, and then a dark oak wood dark oak wood stair cut off that green terracotta block, and then a stone button on both sides of this green terracotta block. Now that right there is it for the tail. If you do want to go ahead and put some banners on it, you can. So you can go ahead and put like a unit number on the side here. You can see I went ahead and used 81. But if you do not want to use the banners, you can just go ahead and place down a stone button right there in that spot. But if you do want the banners, you can place down 2 banners here for the numbers. I'll be linking a tutorial down in the description that shows you guys a good tutorial of how to go ahead and make these banners. And it's really helpful, and you guys can make whatever numbers you guys want. And, you know, have if you have a bunch of these in like an airfield or something, you can go ahead and have each one have different numbers and stuff like that. So that's a cool little thing you guys can use. So feel free to check out that tutorial. Again, link is down in the description. Now, when it comes to the cables here, we will be using barrier blocks. If you cannot get access to these barrier blocks, there is an alternative of using iron bars. and I'll explain that here in a second. Anyways, for our cable here, real simple, we're going to place down 3 barrier blocks that will be coming off this dark oak wood fence post, and we're going to place down 3 stone buttons on top of them. We then want to go ahead and go up with our barrier blocks. So up at an angle like this, we're going to place down a row of 5. And then we're going to go ahead and place down 5 stone buttons on top of those blocks. We're going to go ahead and go up at an angle again, place down a barrier block, 1, 2, 3, and 4, like this, and then again, stone buttons on top of them, like so. And that right there will be our cable design. If you do not have access to barrier blocks or can't get them, you can go ahead and basically use iron bars in place of where the buttons would go. So we can go ahead and do something like this. So iron bars right here going up, and the same thing, just replacing the buttons here with iron bars. And they go up and connect something like that. But preferably the stone buttons do look the best for this, at least in my opinion. Maybe you have a different opinion and you would rather have this design here, but it's completely up to you guys. Whatever works best for you guys in your situation, you guys can go ahead and use. But we have our stone buttons, which are lined up like that. Definitely look better overall. And actually, this is supposed to be moved back one, so we're just going to adjust this. Should be 6 barrier blocks here, and then a stone button. Row 6 stone buttons, and so on. So you have a row 6 of iron bars, row 4, row 4. So pretty straightforward there. Easily, you can do whatever design you guys prefer. I prefer the stone buttons, but that's right there. We're going to go ahead and now move into our propellers, put our propellers on, and then all that will be left for us to do is to go ahead and build the landed version. So with that, let's go ahead and put our propellers on. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our propellers. Our propellers are really simple to do. They're not too complicated. If you've done some of my aircraft before, you probably recognize this propeller design. But real simple, what we're going to do to start off with is we're going to go to this polished andesite block. We're going to place down 2 narrow brick top slabs out to the side and a birchwood top slab like that off on the end. When that's done there, we're going to go ahead and go up from this polished andesite block, placing down a nether brick stair, followed by a second nether brick stair, and then a birchwood tops or half slab there on top. Then going to the bottom here, we're going to place down a nether brick upside down stair, followed by a nether brick stair like this, and then a birchwood upside down stair on the bottom of that nether brick stair. And that right there is our propeller design. We can go and do the same thing over here, but we can go and flip it the opposite direction to go ahead and create a nice effect. Obviously, you can have these both facing the same directions or whatever. I like to kind of go ahead and reverse them. It kind of creates a little bit of a better mirrored image of the aircraft, at least in my opinion. But again, using the same design, just going down like this. And once you have that done, you have both your propellers built on both sides, and you have the in-flight version of the A-20C Soviet Union version, A-20, all set up and good to go. Anyways, that right there is it for our in-flight version. If you do want to build the landed version, we're going to be going ahead and now moving on to that design now. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our landing gear. For landing gear, we'll be going ahead and obviously modifying the design we have built here in front of us and basically modifying it to work for what we needed. So to go ahead and kind of begin with here, we're going to go ahead and go to the bottom section underneath here. We're going to go ahead and delete this second quartz top slab here. So we're going to go and delete that, followed by 1, 2, and 3 more. So you have a row of 4 cut out here on the bottom. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and delete this black coal block and these 4 blocks on here, so you have a nice space of 4 cut out right there. Okay, so one quick adjustment, we're actually going to go ahead and break this quartz top slab, and then with this back section here, we're going to go and fix placing down a quartz top slab and placing down a quartz full block on top of it, so you have basically this space cut out here. Now we will need to break this glass block here. In its place, we're going to place down a quartz upside down stair like so, and then come off the upside down stair, go into the back, we're going to place down 3 quartz top slabs. Going down from this upside down stair, we're going to place down a diorite wall. On the bottom of this diorite wall, we're going to place down a quartz upside down stair like this, and on the bottom of the quartz upside down stair, we're going to place down a block of coal. On both sides of the block of coal, we're going to place down a stone button, followed by an item frame on both sides, and then a light gray or a white stained glass pane there in the item frame like that for the wheels. With that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a lever that is going to come off the back here of the stair. So a lever just like that, and then to the sides here on this upside down quartz stair, we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate on both sides, and then a end rod that goes up and connects up to this dark oak wood upside down corner stair. With that done, we're going to go ahead and grab our quartz stairs. Into the right side here, we're going to go ahead and place down 3 upside down quartz stairs, just like this along the side here for the doors that would open up for the landing gear. And that right there will finish your front landing gear. With that, we're going to go ahead and move into the rear wheels now. Going ahead and moving into our rear landing gear to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be going ahead and breaking a section out on the bottom here. For this, we're going to go ahead and break out this quartz top slab, this one here, this iron trapdoor, and also these 3 green terracotta blocks up here in this space. Now, once we have those broken out, we're going to go ahead and replace the green terracotta blocks up above here with some smooth quartz blocks like that to go ahead and make a little bit of a nicer appearance there. We then want to go ahead and place down a diorite wall that drops down like this, followed by 1 more, and then a 3rd. On the bottom here, we're going to place down a quartz top slab, just like that. With that finished there, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood upside down stair coming off the side here of this quartz top slab, followed by a 2nd stair on top of it, a 3rd stair coming off of it upside down, and a 4th stair coming off that stair up on the top. When that's done there, we want to go ahead and replace these 2 iron trapdoors with upside down quartz stairs, followed by a 2nd and 3rd, or sorry, a 3rd and 4th quartz stair going back. And same thing over here, we're going to go and break these 2 iron trapdoors and place down 4 quartz up downstairs like that for the doors that open up for the landing gear. With that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a quartz top slab that's going to come off of this diorite wall right there, and then up on the top here we're going to place down we're going to place down a quartz half slab like this, and then a birchwood fence gate like that going up theoretically into the mount there for the landing gear. And when that's done there, you have your kind of basic design there. We're going to go ahead and move into doing the banner design. So if you do want to add these nice banners here, they do kind of create a nice effect for this back wheel. I'm going to go ahead and move in and show you guys how to make those, and then we'll pretty much be good to go for the landed version. And to make that banner design for these rear wheels, it's really simple. We're just going to go ahead and place down a loom. Go ahead and go into our loom. We're going to place down a black banner in the loom. We're going to go ahead and place down some white dye, and we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and doing a line to the left like this. We can go ahead and then grab our banner, place it back down in our loom. We're going to place down our black dye now right here. We're going to go ahead and select the bottom left square like this, grab our banner, put it back into our loom, and then we're going to go ahead and select the top left. So you get a design that looks like this for the banner, and we can go ahead and then put it in our inventory, and that banner is good to go. We then need to go ahead and grab ourselves another black banner. So we'll go to our decoration blocks and find our black banner here. We're going to go back into our loom and do the same thing. This time though, we're going to place the white dye to the right side. We're going to grab our banner, place down our black dye, and we're going to select the square on the bottom right and the square in the top right. And we get our design like this for this banner. This banner right here will go on the left side, this will go on the right side, and you have a nice design here which looks a little bit more like a wheel and adds that kind of rim effect to it and all that stuff. So fairly nice little design there, works pretty good. And obviously we're going to go ahead and go to the air side and do the same thing, and you'll have your wheels all set up and complete. Anyways, that right there is going to complete my design for the A-20C Soviet Union in-flight and landed version Havoc. Overall, really nice looking build, and will make a good addition to any of your Soviet Air Force's maps, as the Soviets did use quite a bit of the A-20s. Overall, I think it's an awesome build, and I think that you guys will all enjoy it a lot, and all that fun stuff. Anyways, again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter Transfighter8 for making this tutorial possible, and as always, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is down in the description as I drop my phone. Other than that, thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.